Toyin Umesiri. Feel free to call me Coach Toyin. If this is your first time ever for joining, thank you. You're welcome to this space. Today, I'm diving into money mindset secrets. Okay. So, thank you everyone for joining. And also, Team Replay, you're welcome to my space. I train entrepreneurs for success. I also train government officials in my international trade community. So, why is this so important? Money mindset. What's your money mindset? Is that if you're on a journey of wealth creation, if I always use if, you know why? Excuse me. I always use if because this journey is something you can never impose on anybody. It's a decision. It's also a prioritization. You've got to prioritize this journey. And what I've found is that many people have dreams, but they've not prioritized their dreams. Many people have hopes, but they've not prioritized their hopes. And this is what I say: if you don't work it, it's not going to work. Right? If you don't focus, if you don't commit, if you don't do that work, listen, nothing happens. And also, the danger of social media is that most people on social media, right, are sitting back and watching other people do their work. And the unfortunate thing is that most people will not achieve this level of success. Why? Because you can take in knowledge, but if you do not do the work, right, you will not be transformed to the person that can get you the results you want. All the results you want is possible for you, but you've got to work it. Okay? You've got to do the work. Listen, you can stay on social media, consume 24 hours a day, scroll, skip, skim, watch me, watch everybody else. This is why my school, Toyin Umesiri, is really dedicated to those who want to do the work, who want to learn the skills, learn the mindset, learn the strategies, the system, and they are committed to build it, to use the strategies that I teach and apply it in their own world. I always say, you know what? You're going to think your way to success, right? You're going to solve your own challenges so that you can solve problems on behalf of other people so that they can pay and reward you. Okay, so it's already getting hot. Let me dive into deeper into today's topic. So, what's your money mindset secret? Is that when you are on a journey, if you're on a journey of wealth creation, you have to develop several relationships with money. That's the first thing. Okay? If you're I love telling stories, I love using analogies, right? And this is the time you want to call your friends to pull up, invite other people, forward this, share, like, subscribe wherever you're joining. This is going to be fun. If you're on a wealth creation journey, you have to have a relationship with money. Here's what I say: if you're a medical doctor and you don't know anything about white blood cells and red blood cells, you're in the wrong profession. If you cannot touch blood, you are a nurse and you cannot draw blood. Listen, failure. That's why I say you need to have a relationship with money if you are on your journey of creating wealth. If you're not on that journey, that's okay. You can deny money. Because people don't talk, this stuff that I talk about. I love and enjoy talking about money, entrepreneurship, right? Economic development. Because people that do not talk about this and do not understand it, they stay in the dark. Ignorance is not bliss. On this topic, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is lack of knowledge. And when you are not informed, you don't study. Bible says study to show yourself approved. Right? Then you struggle. The things you do not understand, right, confuses you. If you don't know the flow of money, you don't know where money comes from, you don't listen. Right? So for me, I've dedicated myself. I don't claim to be a doctor or a lawyer or any of those things. But listen, when it comes to business education, right? My books, my TV show, my school, this is my own, right? It's domain of expertise. I've chosen this for myself. So if you're on a journey of wealth creation, you've got to develop a very healthy relationship with money. Healthy relationship, consciously. Because there are 3 relationships I'm going to break down today that is incredibly important for the wealth creator. Not the content creator, because I've talked about this before. I've talked about this as well in my School Toying Mastery.academy. You can also see a snapshot I put out there on social, where not all content creator will create wealth, but wealth creators will use content to advance their own mission and goals. Not all content creators are wealth creators, but wealth creators, they know the power of content to help them. They will use it to advance and mobilize their own goals to progress. Okay? That's so important. So, what are the 3 relationships I want to cover today? And welcome everyone for joining as well. You're welcome to this space. I'm covering money mindset secrets. If this is your first time ever, you're welcome. Feel free to like, subscribe, share this, and let me know where you're joining from. Again, I'm covering money mindset secrets. There are 3 relationships, healthy relationships, to cultivate with money. Number 1, attraction. Right? You have to attract money through who you are and your work. Who you become. I always say the world doesn't give you what you want or wish for. The world gives you who you are, right? And your work, what you can deliver, the value you can deliver into the world is proportional to the value the world would give you in return. Okay? Hey, Kabbalah guy, happy to see you, DC. Yay, see you in May. I'll be dropping in DC, Capitol Hill, speaking at the annual exports conference this year. Those of us that were appointed by the U.S. Secretary of Commerce to serve on District Export Council around America, like we'll be there. I'll be speaking as well on the Africa panel. So hopefully we'll see each other. So thanks for joining as always. So money mindset secrets. Again, if you are on the journey of wealth creation, you need to develop 3 major LD relationship with money. Okay? If you're a doctor, you need to understand blood. If you're a lawyer, you need to understand the law. You get my point? If you're an accountant, you need to be able to count money. You get my point? If you're a wealth creator, you need these 3 relationships. Number 1, attraction. Right? Through who you are, this is why I always say, who are you becoming? Simply by who you become, right? And the work you do, the value of your work, the perceived value and contribution of your work in the world. I always talk about legacy in the game plan in my school. There's a whole 30-day mindset program. One of it is about legacy. The legacy of your work is determined by the quality, magnitude, value. Let nobody trick you that cheap stuff, minimal stuff will get you this level of results I'm talking about. No. You will do the work. You can stay on social media forever. But if you fail to solve your own problems, to do your own work, to create the future you want, listen, you're just watching movie. Listen, no matter how much you watch Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? How do you say his name? Or Sylvester Stallone, right? No matter how much you admire them on the big screen, listen, if you don't go to the gym and exercise your own body, listen, you're not becoming like them. That's what's happening on social media. No matter how much you admire somebody like myself or anybody else in the world, I will call it out. I speak clearly. I challenge you to your own greatness. Work out your own greatness. Work out your own future. Create your own legacy. Do this work. Your time is ticking. Nobody says this, right? I will tell you the truth. This is my own country, right? If I'm going to show up and if I'm going to do this work, I am here to deliver truth, radical truth, because the truth will set you, if you're a Christian, finish it. And lies will keep you bound. Lies are keeping people powerless, hopeless, waiting for who? Listen, I say run your race. Run your race. Run your race quickly. Because you are watching, social media says we should entertain you. Listen, I'm not in the business of entertainment, but here's the key. Just in case you happen to feel entertained by me, just in case, I'm telling you, entertainment will not carry you to that place. Hard work, roll up your sleeves, problem solving. Listen, you are the architect the visionary of all that you enjoy in life. And if all you want to enjoy is Netflix and chill, listen, that stuff is available. Just give them their money, monthly money, and you can just, Netflix doesn't care about your future. I hope you know that. I hope not, I hope you know that Netflix is not challenging you to go and build your own empire. They already have theirs, and you're an instrument in advancing theirs. Anyway, let me come back home. Let me come back home. Money mindset secret. 3 relationships you need to have if you are a wealth builder, if you're on the journey of wealth building. Number 1, attraction. Number 2, manage. Number 3, invest. It's a wheel. It's a wheel. Okay. Attraction is where entrepreneurship sits in. Okay. If you weren't born into a wealthy family, because those who have already acquired wealth through entrepreneurship, investment, listen, they have money managers, wealth managers. The second phase, they've moved themselves into the second phase. But if you are in the entry level, the first step on this 100 steps of success, the first rung of the ladder, the entry point for wealth creation is entrepreneurship. Attracting money to you. Listen, the companies you see, and the company employing you, they already, right, their founder built an empire that collects money. Come and collect yours, right? And out of that, they pay you salary, right? The entry point to creating wealth, okay? Entrepreneurship is a vehicle, is the entry level for those who aren't born into wealth. Those who are born into wealth, listen, they're already managing their wealth. They have countless accountants moving their money all over the place, making sure it doesn't lose value, but it actually stays and grows. For those who do not, you've not entered that second phase, the first stage, this is why my school, the 10-week accelerator, is there to give you the skills, because this is something the school system will not teach you. What the school system has trained you to become is an order taker, somebody relevant to serve the entrepreneur, the industries. Okay. If you're not used to me, welcome again. I go really fast. I've got 15 minutes more to go. So let me start winding down. But if you have questions, let me know. Georgette, any reaction so far? I know you're listening in. Anything I've said so far that touches or you want to react to? And if not, I'll keep going. Right? Let me keep going then. So, number 1, attraction. You have to have this relationship, healthy relationship with money. You've got to confront this. Attracting it is based on who you are, right? And the work, right? Your contribution into the society, the value that you're bringing into the society is what the world rewards you for. Okay? And who you are, maybe I should dive deeper into that one. Who you are. Okay, see it as a farmland. When you have a farmland that you need to plant seed that will create an harvest for you, and you refuse to cultivate the farmland, you refuse to break ground, you refuse to soften the soil so that it can receive ideas and that will yield fruits, right? So that you can put some fertilizer and all of those things. And this is why most people do not go on this journey, is that they are managing chaos. There's disorder in their life. They're experiencing emotional turmoil. They don't have a grip over their own mind. They've adopted limited beliefs, right? They self-sabotage, on and on and on. Many people's potential is buried under everything I just said right now. That's the barrier. Many people, their potential is buried under emotional turmoil, right? They don't have a grip. They've not created a boundary. Listen, if your farmland is filled with pests and stuff that will mess up your life, and you don't clear the ground, you don't clear those nonsense from your life, all the relationship that is bringing you agony and pain and confusing you, and you're using your entire mental capacity to manage chaos, you cannot build wealth. Because wealth creation needs your mind to be clear, to be focused. It needs your mind to solve. It needs your mind to design that life, to build that life. So guess what? Your factory has been hijacked. The factory of your future has been hijacked by chaos. Because here's the key. If you can't manage the life you have right now, I always tell people, if you can't manage this, how do you manage that? Because the future you want and aspire towards brings on more responsibility to pressure you more pressure. This is why I always talk about capacity expansion. If you've not got the capacity, expand. This is when you exercise. This is when we say personal development, mindset program in my academy. That's the first week in the 10-week accelerator, because you can't be branding chaos. You can't be branding limiting beliefs. You cannot be branding self-sabotage and show up into the world with all that stuff. It's not attractive. If you don't like you, if you don't have a healthy relationship with you, everything you create will be tainted with toxicity. So for those who have never gone on the journey of wealth creation, who are not exposed to this world, the first job, the number one skill, I just released a new masterclass, Millionaire Mindset Masterclass. The most important skill on that first journey of entrepreneurship is self-mastery. You have to cultivate yourself. You have to discover yourself. You have to unpack yourself. You've got to do that work. And many people, they have refused to invest in cleaning out that stuff, clearing their mind. Why? So that you can be impregnated with incredible ideas. So that you can have a sense of possibility. So that you can discipline yourself to do listen. Again, 3 relationships, you've got to attract it. I'm only talking about attract today, but you've got to manage it. When you attract money, when you acquire money, right? I always say that you don't create money. Money is manufactured and created by Federal Reserve, the government, and pumped into the economy through the central banks and the banking system. The banks borrow, on and on. I teach about money, right? The flow of money, the history of money, on and on. Money flows into value. So if you have nothing of value to offer the world, listen, you've blocked everything. Those who have figured out entrepreneurship, they figure out the flow. What they now have to do is manage it. Manage it, then invest it. Why? Because when the farmer brings in the harvest, you have a choice to make. Which of your harvest do you eat? Which one do you reinvest? But if you've not even sown a seed and you don't even have an harvest, you're not at that point of making that decision of sowing, reaping, eating, right? On and on. So I won't go too much into the investment part today, but that very first entry level, this is open to everyone in the world, right? Wealth creation is open to everyone in the world. But what I say is the attraction, even before you enter, right? Many people have not entered into the entrepreneurial journey, that attraction space. Why? Because they are capped with their own personal struggles that they've refused to deal with and confront. And because of that, they do not have capacity, right, to prioritize wealth creation. They don't have the capacity. Listen, if your 24 hours is not enough for what you're doing today, it's because you've not done this work. Because time management is a thing, resource allocation is a thing. If all your time you're giving it to social media, you're skipping scrolling, listen, and you don't carve out time to walk your life, forget it. Forget it. You're just watching movie. You're just watching people doing their thing. You're watching people. And if you don't walk your own space, it doesn't work. So that's it. I have to go shortly. I'm looking at time. Okay. Was this too much? Kabbalah guy, was this too much for everybody? She's already used to me. I shoot straight. I'm quick and fast. I cut through the noise effectively, and I'm out. I leave you to go and think about that. Right? Because the Toyin Umesiri Academy is for those who are ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work. And what I give you are the tools of the trade. Right? The tools of the trade. But if you've not even invested and you've not even enrolled in that journey, You're still watching the movie. You're still watching movie. What are you doing? What are you doing online? Okay, let me wrap up. Thank you so much for everyone that's joined. In, out, I'm done. For more information, check out toyinumesiri.academy. Money Mindset Secrets. If you're on the journey of wealth creation, you've got to develop an healthy approach and right to money. You've got to attract it, manage it, invest it. Attraction is where entrepreneurship sits in. Management is when you start hiring accountants to manage your money. Investment is where you start investing in more businesses. You're buying more assets, you're building more assets so that you can repeat that circle again. This is how you build and grow wealth over time. But it all starts with you, the relationship you have with you, right? The work you've done on you, your mindset, making room for your future, making space to do the work, developing the skills that will help you achieve success, becoming attractive and creating value in the world so that you can deliver value and be rewarded for it. That's what my school is about. Go check out toyinumesiri.academy. There's actually now a new resource, the Millionaire Mindset Program, right? You can go in there. Actually, it's a masterclass. It's starting as a masterclass, but like everything, those who know me, we keep on growing, growing, growing. And then I'm also going to write more content and more resources on this topic as well. I'll be providing more resources in my school on this. Listen, I'm a prolific writer. There are over 300 resources in my school. And really, it's to support those who are ready to roll up their sleeves and do the work. There's a seriousness to this work. There's a seriousness to your future. There's a seriousness to legacy. There's a seriousness to wealth creation. There's a seriousness, guys. Don't let anybody mess with your life and your future. Your time is your life. It's an opportunity for you to create the future you want. And so when you give your time away, you give your life away. And when there's no return, I'll just say, ask yourself where you're giving your time to. What are they giving you back in return? Are you happy with the results you're getting? If you're not happy, check yourself. It's the relationship you have with you that determines ultimately where you're going to end up, where you're going. On that note, thank you again. See you. And if you have any questions, do reach out. I live and dine at toyinumesiri.academy. That's my own home base. Okay? Find your own home base and I invite you to join us. God bless you. Bye for now.